What's up, guys? Today I'll be giving my review for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've actually just come back from watching it, so I thought I'd just upload it straight away. And the reviews for Creed and Wreck-It Ralph 2 will be going up tomorrow, Mondayish time, and also the review for Fallout 4 as well. I'm so close to being up to date, kind of. Let's just jump straight into it. This one opens with some narration from the one and only Peter Parker before we meet soon-to-be fan favourite Miles Morales. Such a wonderful cast for this one. Jake Johnson, who I'm always a fan of, plays our Peter Parker and has such a great comedic chemistry with Shameik. Definitely pronounced that wrong. Shameik Moore, who plays Morales brilliantly. Haley Steinfeld lends her voice as Spider-Gwen, finally giving us a strong Gwen Stacy. There's also Liev Schreiber and Brian Tyree Henry, who both just add so much to the cast. And I was also even pleasantly surprised to hear the dulcet tones of Nicolas Cage. Just an all-round fantastic cast. The story is again, once again, fantastic. It gives us 6 origin stories in quick, snappy bites. The Spider-Man origin story in particular has been done to death, as we all know, but not only did they manage to make Peter Parker's story feel fresh and exciting once again, we also got a fantastic story for Miles with some familiar narrative beats. He is probably the coolest Spider-Man. The story just gets right into things and never dips or slows. Really brilliant. The animation is absolutely gorgeous. It's so smooth and flawless. It manages to meld together different kinds of animation. We have the more modern stuff, the majority of the film, and then we also get some really cool and retro comic book style animation with thought bubbles and panels that help move the story along. We then get an anime style thrown on top of that for Penny Parker's character. I mean, all these styles mesh together perfectly. The film is also beautifully coloured, whether it be deep shades of orange in a forest during fall, or the bright neon colours of the city, and even the last big sequence is truly a painting of different colours, light, blue, all these different kind of textures. It's honestly just a feast for the eyes, and the use of these animation styles and colours were just really creative and really smart, I felt. The film is also quite comical. There aren't really any huge laughs, not at least until a bit further in. There don't need to be a huge amount of big laughs. Instead, they mostly come in the form of sweet little character moments and our various Spideys interacting with one another. The soundtrack is also really cool. There are lots of tracks with some heavy, sick beats that really match this iteration of Spider-Man perfectly. And of course, I'll never be mad, when they use some Biggie. I honestly have no issue with this film. It's just great entertainment for all ages. I think my only nitpicky kind of thing was one of the villains. I won't go into too much detail, but it just kind of felt a bit, that story just felt a little bit rushed and kind of forced in, but other than that, it was still great. I learned from this film that I really need some kind of superhero cave, preferably with bat suits or spider suits, or both. A boy can dream. So there we have it, guys. There is my review for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Let's just jump into the 2 most important questions. Question number 1, would I recommend this film? Of course, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, then I'd highly recommend this film. It's great. If you're not really sure, if you've never really read the comics, you're used to Peter Parker, the character of Peter Parker, then I suggest go watch this film for Peter Parker, because you'll definitely fall in love with Miles Morales along the way. I've only read a few comics where Miles is Spider-Man, but I instantly fell in love with him with the comics, and I fell more in love with the character, in this film. It's just great. He's a really well put together character, and he brings something a lot more kind of easy and fresh to the character of Spider-Man. Question number 2, does this film belong in the vault? 100% yes, it belongs in the vault. Not only is this film just amazingly creative, designed and just animated, all of the cast, are brilliant, perfect for their roles, and I honestly feel like this film in particular gave us more of an insight into the multiverse, you know, and all these different Spider-Mans that we probably were never going to get, you know, with the live action Spider-Man films. So yeah, there's that little diamond star. It's gone off in a web with Spider-Ham. So there we have it, guys. There is my review for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I sincerely hope we get a sequel to this. I hope we do. And as always, guys, if you like what I'm doing here, please don't forget to like, subscribe. You know, if you've seen the film and you liked it, let me know why down in the comments below. If you didn't like it, again, let me know why. Again, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, pets, family, relatives, dead or alive, houseplants, and until the next one, peace and love, my dudes.